Then there's Grand Prix.
Well, the Grand Prix is it's later in February, right?
So release, pre-release, release, pre-release, pre-release, release, a blank week. Then I think it's Grand Prix. Then I think it's Pro Tour. Then I think it's us. Yeah. So there's like the empty times filled with you guys actually playing Magic. So there you go. You guys are, everyone out there hopefully is busy playing Magic.
Or watching. Hey, there's also some Magic the Gathering Online PTQs coming up.
And this week is a Tuesday one. I believe there's a Tuesday one this week. I'm sure the schedule's out there somewhere. So check that out for the Magic Online PTQ schedules. And the PTQ right now is the extended format to qualify for the Puerto Rico Pro Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then, other than that, you got of course, I'm sure your local PTQs. Your local PTQs are going to be showing up throughout the next few weeks as well.
Yeah, we don't have the deck list yet. Right now, the decks are still being deck checked, and then the lists are going to be typed up, and then we have the list over here.
So someone drawing custom mats and watching Gigi's live. You should draw Gigi's live custom mat.
Picture me. Picture you.
Here you go.
Picture everybody. Do little caricatures of all of the Gigi's live cast.
So yeah, we're on the play mats and we're on the tokens, and now we just need we need a 4 of all the cards. So when someone plays a deck, we build a deck with our pictures already on the cards. We're like, all right, here you go. What would I play in Legacy?
We just saw a cool deck.
I like that Painter Servant deck, but I have no idea who I'd borrow Imperial Recruiter from. I could borrow a lot of cards, but I don't think I know anyone that owns 4 of those. The Painter Servant deck looks...
You pay $800, you could own 4.
I know. So, $800, and then I got 4 of those. It's funny, I pay $800, I don't even have close to half the deck.
Game Geek knows someone who has 4 recruiters.
4 recruiters? I would not like to purchase them. I'd like to borrow them if I ever played. Purchasing them, I have problems spending that much money on recruiters. If I had some collateral to trade, probably, but I'd trade all the fetch lands I could get, and I like upgrading the standard cards into Eternal format cards. That doesn't bother me as much since you draft it so much, you accumulate this. Grindstones? I'm not sure what the grindstones are going for. Let's see what else there are. There's a lot of people that did borrow decks here.
Probably Merfolk decks. That's why we have 3 in the top 8.
Yeah. Merfolk is a strong deck that's very cheap. Oh, not very cheap to make, but one of the cheaper decks to make.
Well, the cards are really easy to find.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the cards are, from lore and block and up, and other cards are pretty inexpensive. You don't have to deal with like dual land, and like the most expensive cards, I guess Mutavault. It's pretty expensive.
Force of Wills, probably.
Force of Wills. So you find some Mutavaults and Force of Wills. Everything else should be pretty easy.
Yeah, you get those. Everything else is fine.
I guess Wasteland's pretty...
Wasteland's like $10?
Yeah. But Wastelands, I think there are enough Wastelands out there that you can borrow Wastelands.
Yeah. And Zoo is like, a lot of people are able to build Zoo just because, if you could get the dual lands, a lot of people have those stuff from playing in previous formats.
Yeah, all the creatures now are better than all of the creatures, the way that all the creatures used to be.
So Zoo's not too rough on you. You have to get the duels and fetches, but if you could get those, it's not too terrible. Oh, Wasteland up that high? Granted, I actually haven't looked at the price of Wastelands in a while.
I have so many Wastelands. Maybe I need to stop hoarding all these cards. Just sell everything.
Yeah.
Such a hoarder. I think I have an issue.
You need to just keep, your playset.
What if I want to lend out some, or if, I don't know.
You don't bring your cards anywhere anyways.
I know.
You're like, yeah, I do have all these at home. That's what you gotta do, bring some extra cards here. You have a friend that comes to our 10Ks, you're like, well, you could play my deck. my floral spasm deck with 4 wastelands in it.
I'm not leaking the floral spasm list.
Oh man,
Not leaking it.
not leaking it at all. And how about if we get 1,000 fans on Facebook? Will you let some people know about this floral
I
spasm
might.
deck?
It's possible. Alright, well, still waiting for some top 8 action. I don't know how much I could really, good old dead air.
Do. We've talked about everything possible. We don't know.
Well, we could talk about this matchup. Talk about the Painter versus Merfolk matchup, which I'd have to believe Painter has a big advantage.
Yeah, Merfolk, they're...
Well, first of all, Merfolk's mono blue.
Yeah.
And Painter has 8 main deck blasts.
Yeah, 8 main deck blasts.
So, well, did the list? Well, I didn't see their list when you did the Good Decks Live.
8 main deck blasts
right.
and 2 main deck Jayas.
Right, and
So they destroy blue stuff.
And did they have like Volcanic Island in the sideboard or no?
No Volcanic Island in the sideboard.
I've seen a couple of lists that have Volcanic Island in the sideboard just for that little extra edge.
Unless the one we did Good Decks Live with has a different sideboard.
Could be.
So, yeah.
But yeah.
The main decks are very similar, I heard, but...
8 Blast seems pretty good against the mono blue.
I think the changes in the main deck was one had more lightning bolts. So more lightning bolts seems pretty good against Merfolk.
Well, it's lightning bolt, magma rift.
Jet.
Magma jet. Lightning bolt, magma jet. 8 blasts.
It seems
and a couple of Jayas.
Tough.
Seems tough. I mean, Merfolk has. It's hard for it to get going. It would have to sit behind some standstills, get some tempo going, maybe an early Eighth of Vial, and key Force of Wills and Dazes on the combo pieces.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's easy enough to play around Daze. Like you're not under.
Well, I mean, but the Painter deck really wants to go. It gets 3 mana on turn 1.
Yeah.
And you really want to just go 3 mana spell turn 1, and that Daze could be especially if it's like an Imperial Recruiter that you really need to search up. Your missing puzzle piece, your missing combo piece, then it could be a setback. And just waiting that one turn where Merfolk gets to put a counter on this Eighth of Vial, play like a Lord, drop in a Curse Catcher, and still have Daze back up. I mean, that's asking a lot, but that's what it takes for the Merfolk deck to win. I think.
Should be a fun matchup to watch, regardless. I'm looking forward to seeing more Imperial Recruiters, and it'll look like his Imperial Recruiters were English ones. Our Good Decks Live were Asian ones, so we get to see so many different Imperial Recruiters.
I mean, they look the same. It's just black border instead of white border.
All right, let's see. Stan still seems fine as well.
Okay, I think I need to go and let them know which match we're going. I don't know if I remember.
So yeah, we'll figure out what match we're getting. Well, we know what match we're getting. We're going to make it happen. I think they might be both white bordered. The Imperial Painter, the list we did a Good Decks Live on only had 2 Figure of Destinies, but I heard that a lot have 4. Hopefully, if you guys have any issues with the stream, just refresh. Oh, I don't know what feature match we got. Rashad looks like he's trying to fight for our feature match. Yep, looks like Rashad's trying to fight for our feature match, battling with Bill Stark here. Because he has not walked back yet, and decks are placed down. Bill Stark may have stolen our feature match. I am unsure. I'm commentating on the conversation going on there. Bill Stark's calmly waving his hands. Rashad's giving him the stare down. We're seeing what's happening here. All right. Some finger pointing, some friendly finger pointing. Maybe we randomly did get the match. All right. I don't know what's going on, but we'll find out soon.